Introducing the all-new QO Sombrero. Okay, let's get something straight. This has nothing to do with the Mexican hat. The name actually comes from the Sombrero Galaxy, which is said to be the most beautiful place in space. We'll have to take QO's word for it because it's 31 million light years away. Now you might be thinking, what does space have to do with a diver's watch? Excellent question. Well, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's about the mystery and vastness, because space is deep, the ocean is deep. I'm just grasping at straws here. Let's move on. QO is a Japanese microbrand known for crafting small to mid-sized vintage-styled watches. They are all assembled in-house in Kyoto, and with the sombrero, they've stepped boldly into the dive watch world. And they haven't missed a step. They are still refined and charming. The case has raw vertical brushing on the slab sides, and the lugs have a defined break where they meet the mid-case. You can actually dig your fingernail to feel the ridge. The lugs have a high polished bevel that slims the lug's visual mass, and they do taper downwards. There's also a tiny high polished bezel that has a small brushed portion on the top. This visually increases the presence, extending that secret measurement, if you will. Now, speaking of the measurements, what are they? I got 38 millimeters in diameter and a secret measurement of 33.9. For the thickness, I got 12.5, and that's with about 1 millimeter coming from that sapphire. There are no drilled lugs and a lug-to-lug of 45.5. This one wears a bit differently. The secret measurement is actually larger than what we typically see on a 38mm watch. It's more in line with the 40mm case, and that's pretty much due to the compressor style case design. Also, while the watch seems not that thick, 12.5, it does wear a bit taller than its numbers suggest. It just feels like I have a thicker watch on. But of course, you guys be the judge on the wrist shots throughout the video and let me know how it wears. So I already mentioned it has a boxed sapphire, or did I? But we haven't talked about the coatings. This crystal has anti-reflective coating on the underside and anti-fingerprint coating on the top. I'm generally not a fan of topside coatings. Some Omegas and Longines have that top layer AR, and those can get scratched up pretty easily. I don't have long-term experience with anti-fingerprint coatings, however, but I'd assume they are also susceptible to wear over time. If you guys have any experience with this, drop a comment. Okay, with that being said, the AR coating appears to be high quality. It offers a crystal clear view of that beautiful linen dial. And I've got two versions for you today. The Fume navy blue, which fades to black at the edges, and this silver dial, which has a clean non-fume look. I've always been a big fan of linen dials and their subtle matte texture. And against this texture, the applied hour markers have a raw, rough, brushed finish. This really boosts legibility on the wrist. I'm not sure how it comes across on video, but it's definitely easier to read than a high polished edge. The sword style hands match the markers with that same rough finish, keeping everything consistent and easy to read. Now, the internal bezel features a stadium seating design that tapers upwards towards the sapphire. This adds some depth to the dial, and keep in mind, it's made from aluminum. The dive timer markings are engraved and filled with superluminova. And since I mentioned it, let's check out the lume. For a faux patina creamy lume, it does a pretty decent job. They don't mention if it's Swiss superluminova, so I'm not sure what material it is. Now zooming out, I forgot to mention the crowns. They are both screw-down crowns, which help give the sombrero a respectable 200 meters of water resistance. The crown at the bottom, at the 4 o'clock, controls the hands and is signed with the QO name. The top crown, at the 2 o'clock, controls the inner rotating bezel. It is bidirectional and very smooth. Now let's talk about the bracelet. It is 20 millimeters and tapers down to 18 at the clasp. Everything is solid and fixed via screws. The end links have built-in quick-release spring bars, and the fully milled clasp has a toolless on-the-fly micro adjustment system. There are two different styles to choose from: a flat link, which really isn't flat, or a jubilee. And also, each sombrero you buy comes with a leather strap that has curved end links. The straps seem pretty good. They are German leather, so that's not something I see every day. Usually the thrown-in strap is some cheapie. Doesn't seem like it here. Alright, moving on. Flipping the watch over, we see the sandblasted case back. It's got the name Sombrero embossed and a couple specs. So what is powering this mid-size Japanese diver? You guessed it, a Japanese movement, the Mayura 9039. It's a true no-date, so no ghost position. Very nice, and it's got that smooth sweep. 28.8 VPH, 24 joules hack hand wind automatic, 42 hours of power reserve. Alright, so we got a dive watch for smaller wristed people with a slightly bigger secret measurement, a little bit more presence. What's the price? Well, it comes in at 905 USD. Yeah, it's a little on the higher side, but keep in mind, it's made in Japan, in Kyugo's Kyoto workshop. You're getting a linen dial, boxed sapphire crystal 200 meters with a feature-rich bracelet. And the throw-in strap is German, seems pretty good. They did pretty much everything right with the watch. Drop a comment letting me know if you plan to pick one up. There will be links down in the description. What do you think about the sombrero? The name is kind of funny to me. I don't know why. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.